Check 1, 2. Okay, I'm gonna walk around the house, see what it sounds like.
It's really deep.
Radio check 1, 2. Radio check 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey RCT, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Today we're going to take a look at this Retevis. I've never heard someone say the name, so I'll say it in all the ways I believe it could be said. So Retevis walkie-talkie, this is a model RT20. Let's see if I can zoom in to this. So this says, over here. No, over here. There we go. Model RT20. I think I did a short video on connecting this with another radio. What I did was take a scanner, use a closed call, and got the frequencies off of this radio. I don't have the programming cable. The CPS is very easy to come across, but the cable is a different story. So it is 16 channels. It does come in a pair of 3. I got these on Amazon. I think they were pushing for a sale, and I thought, why not? Like I said before, we use these walkie-talkies in the house very routinely. That way we can stop yelling across the room and across the house, especially if one of us is in the garage or the storage or living room in the bedroom. These are all pretty cool to use around the house. In fact, I'll be honest, I thought these were going to be very limited range, and they actually went beyond the house with very good service, meaning the one time I went on a bike ride, I connected my I think it's my Motorola 1500 to this, and when I bike around the neighborhood, she likes to stay in the house and talk to me on this radio, and it did very well. There was a few places where we didn't get any connection. I mean, we were able to talk to each other. It's just very fuzzy and muffled. They don't have antennas. They don't have option to change antennas. These are just how they come. They come with a little lanyard. But again, it's really 16 channels. The tones are pre-programmed in here. You can't hit the FM radio.
Out of hospital card.
So it's pretty cool. Again, volume up, volume down, channel. You can lock it so you don't accidentally change it. And of course,
and then if they think there's nothing that can be.
So these are pretty cool. I want to just unbox the third one here. We don't really use a third one because, again, it's just her and I in the house. But this way you can see what is inside the box, what it comes with. And I know some of you really don't like unboxing videos, but that's too bad. We're going to do one here. So it's professional mini walkie-talkie. I don't know why. It's not really professional. Again, when you look at this online, it did advertise for senior citizens, and again, I think the reason why it does this is because it probably wants to simulate or emulate those help I've fallen and I can't get up. And I mean, this honestly, if you want to use that for that reason, it's actually a really good idea. You know, have your grandparents keep this around them, and when you come visit, you can just talk to them directly. I have only heard a few interruptions on this. I believe these are using FRS GMRS. That's why it confuses me when it says professional. No, not really professional. You can give this to your kids, and you can give this to your grandparents or use them wherever, a small theme park or a regular park in your neighborhood or down the street. Like I said, the wattage, I think it's 2 watts max, and that's generally an FRS radio. But FRS radios can use GMRS and FRS frequencies with limited wattage. So I think GMRS, no, I think it's 1 through 22, but this has 16. And you know, like I said, I can't really tell what the high and low power is until I get the CPS and cable and see exactly what's programmed. But anyways, let's unbox this really quickly. Nothing else on here other than what I showed you. And again, it comes with 3. If you want to, use 3 around the house, here we are. That's probably my bad. And see the instructions on the last 2 that I opened up. But here's that. Here's the Type-C charging cable. I don't think you can use this as a programming cable because it has to be a specific one. That's, what do you call it, like a thumb drive or a driver? That's what it is, a driver. Sorry, I can't really focus on this. Anyways, you can see USB-C comes with this. Plug that in, and you can actually use any cable to recharge these. I actually just use my phone one. So far, it's been doing really well, lasting a good day or a good day and a half. The creepy part about this, if they are going to die, it says please change battery, and it kind of freaks everybody out. So just make sure you charge these daily if you're using these daily. And again, these can really be used for businesses if you really wanted to, a small business. I do recommend these, unfortunately, better than the CLP. I forgot what the number is, the Motorola CLP, something made for businesses. These work just as well. You can attach the headphones. I think this is a 2.5, not a 3.5. 3.5 is your traditional headphone headset for your cassette players or your CD Walkman. I don't know what else we use headphones for nowadays. I think it's all Bluetooth, and newer phones don't even have these phone jacks on them, so probably talking old school. So all right, let's look at the booklet. Oops, I'm stuff off the desk. Hopefully this microphone is working really well. I'm trusting it. All right, let's take a look. Focus. Okay, so it is 400 to 470. Memory channels is 16. Let's see. What else is there? So I'm trying to look around the camera at this. It is pretty loud. Where's the receiving current? Standby current is 20 milliamps. Microamps, milliwatts, milliamps. Let's see. What else does it have in here? Oh, cool. Here we are. Okay, so UHF, super receiving. I don't know what that means. Scanning. I don't know how to scan. It might be one of those you push a button for a long time, then it scans. Vox. That's pretty cool. Not sure if that's through the CPS that you'll need that for. TOT is talk. What is it? It's the timer. So you can transmit for 30 seconds or 15 or a minute, however long you want to program it for. Monitoring means you can open the channel and you can hear everything without a tone. Keyboard lockout, yeah, we know that already. Chinese English voice prompt, okay, I'm glad there's English. High-low power selection, again, I don't know if that's on here somewhere that we're missing. Busy channel lockout, maybe that's something you have to program, but we cut each other off all the time, so it's probably not pre-programmed. Low battery warning, yes, it's kind of creepy. Power saving function, that's probably why it lasts a good amount of time. Compounding scrambling function. So it has, that's okay. That's pretty cool to have a scrambling function on here. And I didn't know it would actually come with one, but I guess Retevis is kind of good with having that option, which is kind of nice. And you know, I think this may encourage me to get the CPS then, because when we use these around the house, I think sometimes we do forget that these are on frequencies that anyone can really get their hands on. Again, any FRS or GMRS radio. In fact, I did hear a GMRS cut us off the one time when the squelch didn't come back on, and I did hear a few other people talking. So let's see, FM, yeah, we know that. Programming encryption function, cool. Special signaling, I don't know why we would need that. And then a 50 CTCSS 208 DCS. That's pretty cool. Let's see if it comes with the frequencies. I doubt it, but here we are. This tells you how to long press. Okay, we know that. Scanning. So you long press channel down for 2 seconds. Okay, that's cool. Long press channel plus for monitor. Very cool. Vox is a function that voice can be launched without pressing. Okay, that is long press volume up or volume plus for 2 seconds. Very cool. Okay. The purpose of a TOT is to prevent any single person from using the channel for a long. Okay, we know that. I don't know what it's set to. It doesn't say. Busy channel lockout. I don't think so, because like I said, it still let me.
Power on. 16.
16.
12.
12.
15. 14. 13. 12.
Must be European or something. 12. Check. 1 2 check. 1 2 1 2. Nope. So I'm still keying up on this one, and it's still letting me push. So I don't think there is a busy channel lockout. And then low power. Again, maybe that's through CPS. Power saving, low battery warning, scrambling. That's pretty cool. Again, that is something we'll definitely have to look into. Scrambling. It's probably just a voice scramble, not a voice encryption. Although I've seen some radios claim their encryption. A true encryption is usually like a DES, AES. What is it? Advanced encryption services or digital encryption services. I forgot what they actually mean, but those encryptions, you technically wouldn't hear anything over the radio if it's a true encryption. But in this case, I think it's just a scramble. And I did have 2 other radios. I think it's those Cotree, those yellow Cotrees that you can't even find anywhere. They actually did come with encryption, but again, it was just the fact that it scrambled the voice, which is still not bad. It's something better than, everyone being able to listen to your voice. All right. CTCS mode, or CDCSS. Blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. All right, so let's try those options. The ones I didn't know we can use. So let's just say I'm on
13. 14.
14. This one's on 12, right?
11. 12.
12. And so scanning is press channel down for 2 seconds.
On.
Okay, so it said on. So this is on 12. This is on
15.
15. So let's key up and see if it picks it up. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Nope, nothing. Oh, hello. Oh, okay, there we go. So it sounds like it announces the channel, and then it lets you hear what they're saying. Okay. So I assume we press it for 2 seconds again.
Off.
So off. Okay, cool. Off. Monitor, long press the channel plus for monitor. This is going to be kind of annoying. Okay, so that's pretty much what it is. You have to keep your finger on it to keep the monitor on. So let's turn the volume down. Alright, so that works. Vox is, voice activation, right, is what Vox means in a way. So plus volume. So this would be Vox, meaning I don't have to press the PTT for this to transmit what I'm saying. I It could be very annoying, could be obstructing, but let's just for testing, let's just see what it looks like.
VOX. On.
On. Alright, let's see how long. There are different levels of voice that it does need to hear in order for it to activate. In this case, it doesn't seem like it's going. Unless the Vox, you would need to have the headphone for it, which in some cases that's even better. I've seen some radios be Vox just with the radio itself, and that can be very, very annoying if you're just having the radio with you. Any noise would pick up and start transmitting. So see, that's how you know it's transmitting. So this one's on 16,
15, 14, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay, so it's not activating. That's good. Let's turn it off.
VOX. Off.
Off. VOX off. Let's see. There. I don't think there is another way to change settings. We already know FM, log, PTT, volume up and down, channel up and down, scanning, monitoring, Vox. I don't think we want to change Chinese, English voice prompt. We'll leave that alone. We already know the lock is here. Timeout timer doesn't say we can change it through the radio or busy channel lockout. High-low power doesn't seem we can change it here. And then scrambling doesn't seem like we can change it here. So, alright, well that's pretty much it right here. Here we are. Actually, I didn't see this. Should have paid attention. It looks like it says here. So I'll save this for another video, but I did want to explain to whoever buys a radio, FRS, even sometimes GMRS. If you buy a radio, I want you to understand that not every channel is the same amount of power leaving your radio when you key up. Okay, the reason why I say this is because if you look at here where it says out power transmitter, it says 2 watts / half watt, 0.5 watt, so that's half a watt. Now when it comes to an FRS radio, you have 1 through 22. Most channels are going to be transmitting on 2 watts. Now if you know FRS, and I'll put up the chart here in a few minutes, most frequencies, I think in the 462, will transmit in 2 watts. The 467 megahertz will transmit in half watt. So always keep in mind that if you want a higher powered channel, it would not be a 467 megahertz channel. And I think that might be 14, 15, 16. I could be wrong. I have to look at the chart again, but always keep in mind your channel that you pick does depend on the frequency, and that frequency depends on how much power you're going to be putting out. Don't worry about the input, the receiving power. It's always about the transmitting power. So if you want a higher power frequency or higher power channel, stick to a 462 frequency, not a 467. Now there's talks that a 467 at half watt is equivalent, which you can argue that, and maybe that can be a future video that we do. Similar to if you see a VHF radio can transmit from 1 to 5 watts, while a UHF can transmit 1 to 4 watts, because you're in a different megahertz, in a different band. So your 136 through 174 can transmit up to 5 watts, while your 400 to 520 can transmit 1 to 4 watt. And I guess it's supposed to equal. Same thing when you get into the 800 megahertz, those radios are 1 to 3.9 watts, if anything. So anyways, back to this. I'm going to leave one here. I'm going to walk around the house.
15.
So we'll go to 15.
15. 16. 15.
Okay, I'm going to leave it here. Let's see, where can I leave it here? There we go. And I'm actually going to move the microphone closer to the radio so you can hear me. I'm just going to walk around the house, and we're going to see what it sounds like. And in fact, let me lower this and get a little closer to the radio, and then I'll walk around and do a little small field test. All right, stand by. Check, 1, 2. Okay, I'm gonna walk around the house, see what it sounds like. All right, starting right here, we're gonna make our way around the house and see what it sounds like. Stand by. All right, team, we are making our way through into the living room. All right, visiting our pet goldfish here, looking out the backyard, see what it sounds like. I'm hoping it's still doing very well. I'll have to keep in mind about the talk timer. Let's see, making our way through the kitchen. All right, now we are going into the garage. Let's see if there's any interruptions, any static. Check, 1, 2, radio check. All right, making our way back into the kitchen and the garage. Let's try to get to the furthest point in the house, about a mile away. Just kidding. All right, we're going to continue walking around the house. Let's go check on 3531. She's not feeling very well today, so let's go check on her. Okay, she's sleeping. Let's leave her alone. Oh, she just woke up. Okay, we're leaving the bedroom then. Let's not disturb her. Alright, making our way back into the command center. Alright, that is it for now. That is for the testing inside the house. I believe it did pretty well. Alright, team, so that is our test for now. Like I said before, these did very well when we did take them around the neighborhood. So maybe today, if she stays home, what I'll do is I'll just record the frequency and see what it sounds like. Like I said, I can hear, obviously she's going to be able to hear me because I'm using a full 1 to 2 watts on my radio. This one, it just depends on the frequency. Like I said before, some of them are 2 watts, some of them are half watts. But with me being outside with an antenna, the reception obviously is going to come through better. With this one, there's not an antenna, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult getting through the walls. The benefit of this being UHF is it's known to penetrate walls and obstruction a little bit better than VHF. Again, going back to the fact that this is FRS, GMRS, it is unfortunate that they are using GMRS frequencies on these legally because you can. GMRS and FRS are sharing frequencies depending on the power, depending on the radio. I don't agree with them using GMRS because it does cut into GMRS users that pay for the license to use those frequencies, and then you have these businesses, these radio businesses selling these as professional business radios, and all it is just an FRS GMRS frequency being used on this. There's not much business channels or frequencies out there anymore. Because FRS is less, I don't want to say less popular, but less congested as they were before, maybe in the 2000s or so. I think FCC is allowing businesses to use FRS and GMRS freely or as businesses, and it's really not. Like I said before, I've actually keyed up on FRS the one time on a radio, and I think someone at a business down the street say, "Hey, this is our channel, get off." And it's like, what do you mean get off? This is a public channel. And the lady said, "No, we've had this channel for a long time, so please find another channel." I said, "I'm sorry, this is a public frequency. This is a public channel. Might want to look into tones or quiet codes or quiet tones, whatever those brands call them." And after that, I just never heard from that business again. So it is unfortunate. So, and don't feel bad if you ever do come across someone using this as a business. Don't interrupt. It is kind of annoying when you start interrupting their business. Just find a different tone, find a different channel. There's quite a few out there. There's 1 through 22. There's all these quiet tones. It's their problem if they don't use a quiet tone or a quiet code or whatever you want to call those. Just operate as you normally would. Pick a frequency, pick a tone, and use it as you need to. Just keep in mind whatever you're saying they're listening to or could be listening to. So just keep in mind that you need to make sure you're being very discreet and don't use names and don't use, broadcast information you don't want other people to hear. So, all right, RCT, that's all I have for today. Like I said, if I go on my bike ride and she stays home, I'll record the frequency and see what it sounds like in distance. And it obviously sounds pretty well here, but let's see how well it does when I'm out and about. So, all right, that's all I have. Let's do our outro. Check. Let's see. All right, radio check. See you on the next video. Over now.